Carnival of the Animals. Music by Camille Saint-Saëns. Narration by Mariah Franklin. Camille Saint-Saëns was racked with pains when people addressed him as Saint-Saëns. He held the human race to blame because it could not pronounce his name. So he turned with metronome and fife to glorify other kinds of life. Be quiet, please, for here begins his salute to feathers, fur, and fins. The lion is the king of beasts and husband of the lioness. Gazelles and things on which he feasts address him as your highness. There are those that admire that roar of his in the African jungles and velds, but I think that wherever the lion is, I'd rather be somewhere else. Listen carefully. How does the lion roar? The rooster is a roistering hoodlum. His battle cry is cock-a-doodle-um. Hands in pockets, cap over eye, he whistles at pullets passing by. Can you hear the rooster pecking for grain? Have you ever harked to the donkey wild, which scientists call the onager? It sounds like the laugh of a happy child, or a hepcat on a harmoniger. But do not sneer at the donkey wild, there is a method in his hee-haw. For with maidenly blush and accent mild, the Jenny answers she-haw. How fast do you think the horses are galloping? Come crown my brow with leaves of myrtle, I know the tortoise is a turtle. Come carve my name in stone immortal, I know the tortoise is a turtle. I know to my profound despair I bet on one to beat a hare. I also know I'm now a pauper, because of its tordly, turtley torpor. Do you recognize the turtle's theme? Elephants are useful friends, equipped with handles at both ends. They have a wrinkled, moth-proof hide. Their teeth are upside down, outside. If you think the elephant preposterous, you've probably never seen a rhinoceros. Can you hear the elephant lumbering around? The kangaroo can jump incredible. He has to jump because he is edible. I could not eat a kangaroo, but many fine Australians do. Those with cookbooks as well as boomerangs prefer him in tasty kangaroo meringues. How high do you think the kangaroo is jumping? Some fish are minnows, some are whales. People like dimples, fish like scales. Some fish are slim and some are round. They don't get cold, they don't get drowned. But every fishwife fears for her fish. What we call mermaids, they call merfish. Do you hear how the water is rushing around the fish? In the world of mules, there are no rules. Can you hear the braying? Cuckoos lead bohemian lives. They fail as husbands and as wives. Therefore, they cynically disparage everybody else's marriage. What instrument is playing cuckoo? Puccini was Latin and Wagner Teutonic, and birds are incurably Philharmonic. Suburban yards and rural vistas are filled with avian Andrew sisters. The skylark sings a roundelay, the crow sings the road to Mandalay. The nightingale sings a lullaby, and the seagull sings a gulliby. That's what shepherds listened to in Arcadia before somebody invented the radio. Listen carefully. Is the bird sitting quietly or flying around? Some claim that pianists are human and quote the case of Mr. Truman. Saint-Saëns, upon the other hand, considered them a scurvy band. A blight they are, he said, and simian, instead of normal men and women. How many pianists do you think are playing? At midnight in the museum hall, the fossils gathered for a ball. There were no drums or saxophones, but just the clatter of their bones. A rolling, rattling, carefree circus of mammoth polkas and mazurkas. Pterodactyls and brontosauruses sang ghostly prehistoric choruses amid the mastodonic wassail. I caught the eye of one small fossil. Cheer up, sad world, he said and winked. It's kind of fun to be extinct. Do you hear the clanking of bones? The swan can swim while sitting down. For pure conceit he takes the crown. He looks in the mirror over and over and claims to have never heard of Pavlova. How does the piano mimic the swan's feet under the water? Now we've reached the grand finale, Animally Carnivale. Noises new to sea and land issue from the skillful band. All the strings contort their features, imitating crawly creatures. All the brasses look like mumps from blowing oompa, oompa, umps. In outdoing Barnum and Bailey and Ringling, Saint-Saëns has done a miraculous thingling.